All right, day 3, we're on top of Raven Bald. No, it doesn't look very bald. And socked in. Fog came in, storm clouds last night. Been light drizzle off and on. A little cold with the wind. We're about 2 miles into today. Still a beautiful view if you like clouds. All right, well I didn't get this earlier, is the approach to that observation deck that we were just up. Old school stone, just an open platform on top with a couple benches. And some second level stairs are very steep. But beautiful.
This is a trail here.
All right, just took a little ride down the ice.
Yeah, Don, do you want to show us what you did?
Yeah, no, it's in my memory.
Yeah. It's coming right down out of Raven Bald. There's a stream comes here. It shows you how cold it's been up here.
Yeah, that was fun. I got a wet ass now.
Jeez.
All right, about 5.5 miles in for the day. Kind of cold, drizzly. Took a sled ride on my ass down some ice. But all good. We're continuing on. Happy anniversary, Gail. I'll call you as soon as I have a signal. Love you. Well, good morning. It's Thursday, February 17th, and I am sitting outside room 10 at the Hilltop Inn in beautiful Franklin, North Carolina. It is a cool town, and we're very close, or Rick and I are, to the downtown area. Just wanted to recap where we are and how we've ended up in Franklin today. A couple things. Just want to talk about some of the things I've learned on our hike so far. We've done, I think, about 46 miles, about 10,000 feet of elevation gain over that in 2 3/4 days. And what I've learned, that I love hiking, but also that my body and my mind should be working as one unit. And maybe it's because I've just built a strong mindset. I was running my body into the ground. I started off too hard and too fast for me. All right, for having not hiked. I had foot surgery in October, 8 weeks off of that, and just my body wasn't ready. I tried getting it, but it was just protesting, especially. It was cold, started drizzling, a little bit rainy. I can't rotate this, darn it. Also, I can rotate it that way. I'm not sure how the video is going to show up or come out. Hopefully, it will show well. But I'm going to turn it around and just, here's the hilltop. Typical old motel. They did a nice job on the inside of the room. It's very comfortable. Anyway, I've really learned that to let the mind and body work together. I was strong in mind, but by the time we were coming up a scaly mountain yesterday afternoon, got about a third of the way up, and we came across a highway intersection. I knew my body was past its limits. That it was wobbly, rubber leg, and I was just a bad fall waiting to happen. So just trying to keep that in mind. I was going to tell Rick when I got up to him where he was at the road that I need to. This will be it for me. I need to head back on Friday. Head back home instead of doing another probably 50 miles. And but he had already said, look, let's get off here, let's hitchhike back to my car, let's get into Franklin. This main reason was there was a decent rainstorm coming in, which still hasn't arrived, though it has been raining. So that, just for those who have done it and experienced it, it makes the rocks really slippery. So it's even more treacherous on the trail. And we had another 7 miles to get to where we were going to camp yesterday, and then another 9 miles, or actually 13 in this morning to town. And I knew my body. I said, Rick, let's hitchhike, let's do it, because I don't think I can. I didn't have an appetite for some reason. I've never experienced that before, where I was eating maybe 500 or 600 calories a day, expending 4,000 or more. That's not a good combination. So I was just feeling weak. My mind was getting a little bit muddled and wobbly. It was time for me to get off. So we got into Franklin yesterday afternoon. Went to the Lazy Hiker yesterday, which I think we may go back again tonight. Physically, I'm feeling better. I'm just totally zapped of energy. But Rick gave me a little magic pill that is basically it's a naproxen, but a higher dose of it, and that helped a lot overnight, just with my legs, particularly around the groin and the hip. That's what was so weak and wasn't able to. Just getting over lots of downed trees on this trail. Makes some hard ones to get through, really. Branches, bushes, trees, logs, and just getting over a log, I had to physically grab my right leg and lift it over. I couldn't even bend it and raise it high enough to get it over by itself. All signs that at least I finally paid attention to. So we're in Franklin today. The heavy rain is going to hit here in a few hours and into tonight. And tomorrow is supposed to be nice, and we may see how I feel. Try a slack pack without all of our heavy gear up Waya Bald, and just do a few miles of hiking, and then I'll be ready to head back to my car back at Russell Bridge, which is the starting point on the AT. So it's been, turn it back around. It's been an awesome, really has just been an awesome experience, because it's not very often you can challenge yourself physically to a point where okay, I know this is where I need to stop. And again, if I had started off with 10 or 12 mile days, 10 mile days for a couple days, and then 12 miles like I did when I started the AT last year, and as I'll do when I go back on the AT in March of this year, it probably would have been a lot different. But it was still, and it didn't help that on the first day we both identified the trail when we parked, and we got on it and we went 3.7 miles total. But a little over halfway of that, we realized we were on the wrong trail. So we had almost 4 extra miles of hiking before we started on the Bartram. So that probably contributed to how I felt. But anyway, blessed to be here. Love the experience. Happy to kind of learn more about my body as I'm doing it, and can't wait to get back on the trail, whether it's tomorrow or when I leave in April or in March to get back on the AT. Stay tuned. Just want to add one more quick thought. Developing and knowing how to develop a strong mindset is like a superpower. It's awesome, life-changing. It really can have a huge impact on your life. But at the same time, it can be a dangerous tool if you're not careful. What I mean is, I call it strong mindset, my desire. I can always go one more step. Doesn't matter. I can always go one more step. Should I? That's a different question. And I got to the point where I shouldn't have. And, finally I listened to that. I guess I used my mindset to overcome my own mindset. I'm not sure how to describe it, but it's a smart thing to do. It's a new lesson for me that's going to serve me well. It's very valuable. Certainly gives you a perspective to talk about it from. So it was a great addition. I'm really glad that I was able to, kind of come to my senses, if you will, be reasonable, pay attention to really what my body was saying, and act on that. So another awesome lesson learned on the Bartram Trail.